I hope this exercise will help you understand it more. Colour values, all it means is intensity of your colour. Now I'm going to use a sepia to show you what I mean. Now this has come straight out of the tube. Can you see? It's still gooey. Okay, so I'll just have to pop that over there. Hope you can see everything. This is my jar of water, clean water here. And I'm putting, it's a dry brush as well, so you can see how intense that is. And what lovely marks that brush is making, incidentally. Now, I'm going to just, let me move this along a bit more. I'm just literally dipping into my brush, into the water, sorry, and I've got some water on that. Still very intense. Let's add a bit more. Getting lighter, still a very dry brush, so let's just soak up a bit more water. And there we go. Soak up a bit more water. And there we go. Soak up a bit more water. And it's getting paler and paler and paler. Now, this is all colour values is. It's about depth of colour, intensity of colour, concentration of colour. Okay? Now, you can achieve this by using stronger paint and less water. You can also achieve a similar thing by layering your washes. For example, this might help you think about it another way. If you think about old black and white photographs, and in the very old days, there used to be sepia. So let us paint just a square of sepia. I've just dipped in, added more water. Okay, so we've got a very wet piece of paint here. I can just see it's dried a little bit more there. And I'm going to go in now with some of the sepia. See, that's quite liquid now. There it is there, okay. But I'm going to take more water and make it thinner. Take more water, make it thinner. Okay, now I'm just going to do a little landscape. This is where colour values comes in useful to help you understand about creating distance. And I'm bringing that down again. Because I want to do this demonstration. So we've added another layer which has brought us to a darker layer of the same colour, a darker value of the same colour. Let's just see if I can tidy that up a little bit. So imagine there's your sky and there's some distant mountains. Now I'm just going to take some kitchen roll, some absorbent paper, and just take the worst off so I can press on, and that's given me quite a nice texture actually. Right, I'm going back to the same density of mix, and I'm adding another layer. So this is another layer of mountains or hills coming closer to me. Just stamp that off again because I want to keep going. And it's the same mix of paint. Coming back and doing another layer. Now I'm going to need to add a bit more paint to that one. Oh, far too dark. And just bring it down. So this is all it is really, colour values. It's just a question of intensity of colour. Now let's look at it in so far as how it makes a shape for you. Let's go back to, let's do a circle. We can be the apple. No, I'm not going to bother with the stalk. Let's just make it a circle. Okay. It's quite a nice circle, isn't it? Now, we want to show the roundness of this item. So we assume that the light is coming that way. And we take some of the intensity out by using that absorbent paper. So you've reduced the value of the colour to create the highlight. Now I go back to the wash, and this is the dark side, as they say, of the moon. So we increase the colour value by adding another layer. And if we want to be really neat about this, we can go in and just tidy that up a little bit. Oops, sorry, got too far there. And I can make a stronger colour. I've added more paint to that already mixed sepia, and I add a bit more to that side. Just rinsing my brush off. Just want to blend that out a little bit, drying the brush off. You all talk about layering and why it ends up a mess. This is where it just is practice, my friends. So we've got a nice damp bit there. See how that is really very dry now, but I can still go in, lift a bit more out, smooth it out a bit, blend it in a bit. Right, now that is quite marked, quite a marked area. Okay, but you can see what is happening here. Now I can go back and mix even darker. We're getting to this dark bit here and go in even darker. It's the same colour, although that is mixed to a stronger concentration of paint. That's rather nice. What's happened there, isn't it? So you can see how employing colour values and layering washes can create different effects. That is giving you a feeling of distance. Let's just go back and just have a little fiddle while that's drying. See, I can go back and just activate that little line a little bit. Wasn't a very good mounting range, was it? It was all the same. Make it a bit different. There we go. And let's make that one equally a bit darker. And you could come back and you could go darker still. Okay, so you're creating a sense of distance by having a lighter intensity of colour, because if you look at any view, things get fainter, the colour gets fainter as it fades into the distance, because you have atmospherics coming into play. So things become stronger. And if you wanted to say, okay, I'm standing here and I've got a tree. There we go. There's a lovely, pretty useless tree. But there it is. We're going then to the full intensity of that colour, and that brings it into the foreground. And let's have some grass as well. So you really get that feeling now of that landscape moving away from you because you've used a lighter colour value. It's just intensity. And look how we've made that lovely round shape. Okay, it's gone a bit sort of, its colours bled here and there. But I hope, really hope, that helps you understand what it's about. And you see the difference it will make to your painting. You will not appreciate the sunny days if you don't get the wet ones. You will not see the contrast and the drama in your work. It's telling you the story. It's explaining what's happening. You see this around you every day. Every day. You're just trying to get it from your head down your arm and onto paper and translate it into something that means paint and shape. So I hope that really helps you in response to our Ask Nicola series. And please have a go at this and share your results with me. Pick any colour you like, it doesn't matter. I just chose sepia because I felt in a sepia mood, and let me know how you get on. I look forward to seeing your results.